Абей, що ми ядеш меда, бе, келеш?
Нещо сладко ми се яде, той нали е полезен.
Полезен, не полезен, не ме интересува. Той ми е за готвене, ни го барай.
Бабо, аз само малко бе.
Няма малко, няма много, половината буркан го няма. Аз с какво ще си направя мединките?
Добре, няма да ям повече. Моля ти са, не предприемай нищо. Welcome to the new video. Honey is the main hero of today's video. Honey is a staple in Slav food and in Slav cuisine, so you can imagine that we have a lot of ways to utilize it. I was searching for a term to describe these cookies in English, but I couldn't find one. The closest one maybe is gingerbread, but I know what gingerbread is and this is quite different. So I will call them just honey cookies. The recipe is quite easy and fast to prepare, so even a person without any experience in cooking or baking will make it. It is not the healthiest thing, but it is still better than store-bought sweets. So if you have the sweet tooth and you love cookies and honey, you will love this recipe. We typically prepare this for some holidays, but I prepare them all the time, especially when I want something sweet to eat. The products you need are not very much and are quite cheap. For around 20 cookies, the products I used cost around 2 levs, which is around €1. So yeah, you have around 20 cookies just for €1, which is a deal, I think. We'll be preparing half a batch, but if you want, you can double it or triple it so you can have a ton of cookies. Who doesn't love a ton of cookies? By the way, in the first 2 days after you prepare these cookies, they will stay crispy, and after that they'll start to soften up. If you want to soften them up quicker, just put them in a container and split an apple in two and add it in the container. They will get the moisture from the apple and they will become a little bit softer. With that said, let's see how to prepare them so you can make them and make a trap for Winnie the Pooh in order to catch him and become a fully trained Slav chef. Fun fact, in Bulgarian, copper, the metal, and honey, the food, share the same word. I'll write it somewhere here. It is met. Now let's start with the products. The products you need are 300 grams of flour, also known as pulverized blanched wheat, 75 grams of honey, also known as bee puke, 150 grams of sugar, also known as processed sugarcane, 120 grams of sunflower oil, known as the sun extract, 1 egg, KOKO, cinnamon, 10 to 15 grams of KOKO, there's a nice KOKO song, I'm not sure if you know it, baking soda, because regular soda is for hipsters, and a splash of vinegar to make chemistry with the baking soda. After that, you enter the secret codes for the Slavic sequence for making honey cookies, also known as medinki. Start with utilizing the one and only chicken shell grenade you have. Be careful not to waste it, it is quite precious to us. Bake it in sunflower oil. Be careful not to achieve mayonnaise by accident. Add some sugar. Turn out I only had capitalist brown sugar somehow, but at the end of the month you should use what you have. Add bee puke carefully as it's precious and our most expensive product today. Mix well. By the way, feel free to use any type of machine for mixing. From experience I can say that microwave and washing machine do not work well here. A machine gun may also be not applicable. Add the cocoa. We add just a little bit, we use it for coloring in this recipe. You can totally skip it or add more if you want more chocolatey flavors. Add cinnamon to taste, but try to be more conservative with the additives. The honey should be the main hero and the dominant taste in our cookies. Mix well until everything is well incorporated. Add 10 grams of baking soda and activate it with a splash of vinegar. This will make our cookies rise a little bit. Pure chemistry here. Walter White would be proud of us. Sift your flour directly into the mixture. You can skip sifting, but this will improve the texture of our cookies. The dough will be dry and hard to mix, but have faith, everything is carefully calculated. Use a spatula until you can. After that, use the real guns, also known as your hands, and mix the dough. When you do not see any flour, we are ready. Now cover the dough with plastic wrap and leave it in the fridge for 30 minutes to an hour. This will make our cookies easier to form from the dough. When you take the dough out of the fridge, preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 392 Fahrenheit. Take your dough, the fact that it is in a green bowl makes it healthier. This is Slav science, not great, not terrible. We start rolling even balls out of the dough. This will be very easy to do as the dough has taken its well-deserved rest in the fridge. Rolling balls all day long, rolling balls from honey dough. Now take the almighty kitchen fork and start making your cookies beautiful by pressing them. You can do other patterns if you want, but this is the best pattern in my opinion and the easiest one to make. If you want, you can add some nuts in the middle, the dough will rise around them and it will become nice. I do only samples from the nut cookies. And our merengue are already in the oven. They should stay in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes, but have a watchful eye on them. Take the cookies on the cooling rack after that and leave them to rest well. These cookies, by the way, become better with every day they stay, preferably in a box in a dark place.
Bonus Slavness.
Bonus round? Well, not extremely valuable bonus round, but still I want to show you this. You can make cookie sandwiches with some jam. In Bulgaria we have this jam made out of rose hips. I know it may sound strange to you, but rose hips make perfect jam and also perfect tea. So you take two cookies, add jam on both of them and let them meet. After that you eat. It's simple as that. You can use any jam you want or even chocolate, but be careful as these are quite calorie dense. You can also call them as the poor fat man's Oreos. Well, these are easier than they look. Cooking time is around 10 minutes, and once you do them 2 or 3 times, they're the easiest treat you can prepare. So I give them 2 out of 5, not difficult, but extremely tasty. Energy for the ones who eat cookies but want to track them in a weird application so they can know how much cookies they can eat. I have you covered. The calories for one cookie are 131, 19 carbs, 5 fats and 2 protein. Not great, not terrible. Well, that's basically it from me, comrades. If you want something tasty and sweet to have through the busy week, yet extremely cheap and easy to prepare, then these cookies are perfect for you, especially if you're a honey lover. This is a staple for every babushka to prepare for Christmas and Easter holidays, and was one of the first sweet recipes that I learned how to prepare, so I wanted to share it with you. I hope you liked it and Slav you next time.